Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is unusual, right? Portland Spice family. Portland Spice family. Big up on yourself. Welcome. See, this evening, I just feel our vibes. I just feel our vibes to come talk to me because Chris, Wagwan brother. Good afternoon, Colin Bell. Is there a way to make a list of all the promises Andrew Wellness has made since local government election? You need a whole book, brother. Who this step on? Who this one talk so fast? Hold on there. Hold on there, peeps. Hold on there. Hold on there. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Colin, Mr. Bell. How you do?
Nephew, you're early.
This is, this is so strange, man. You never used to be on a Monday.
No,
But every
I am not normally on a Monday.
yes, sir.
And why I am on this Monday,
Yes, sir.
something is bothering me. Something is burdening me.
All right.
And maybe you are the right man to help me.
Well on. Every move you make, the radar pick you up, you know.
Yeah, man, that's all right.
What I call you about is that I follow you the 2-day visit by your leader.
Yes.
And I must admit to you that your chair in the meeting were excellent. You do a good job.
Oh, thank you very much, my brother.
I never know that you were that great. Where where I have a difficulty with you is that the turnout, the audience were very small. And you never need to shout like that because the audience were very short, just a few people. And you would have recognized that the Portland people has confirmed to you and the leader of your party that they will remain in the hands of Mrs. Ball and Mr. Vaz after the next election. That has confirmed by the Portland people based on their turnout with the visit of your leader.
Me no know where you get that from or how you come by that. But as I say, why I am on this evening
Yes.
is because I have a concern.
Yeah,
and I hope as a laborite,
yes,
you can help me. So I did a TikTok video earlier today.
Yes.
And I was asking 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that we had to buy used bus to do the school bus? Because before you answer, I believe in school buses. I believe that we need school buses. And
you said it.
In 2022, I was calling for school bus to assist my children over here in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
But the question I'm asking, why do they have to be used bus, discarded buses from the US? Why?
Well, as you know, Jamaica have been in the used car business for years. So we you know, we's a third world country. To find the money to buy the newer buses then
Is Jamaica Is Jamaica a third world country or we are a developing country?
Well, yes, but I still consider us
No, but
struggling.
what does the world consider us? Because it's not about me and you, you know.
Yes. Well, because of the economy, have done much better under the Labour Party. The world and the IMF no longer consider us as a struggling nation
When
because
did that happen?
that
In what year did that happen?
since 2016.
Huh?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
When?
2016.
2016?
Mhm.
You sure about that, nephew?
I'm not going to bet you, but correct me if I'm wrong. I have it that time with you, what you have.
We got to that stage before the Labour Party got into government. But anyway, tell me about the buses. Why we had to buy used buses?
So Darren Vaz, as a very great minister, would have done his research and get his technical.
Hold on. Break a little bit, nephew. Because the first thing I should ask you, did we buy these buses or we got them for free?
That is not my understanding from the minister. I think it costs us some money.
No, man, I ask you a simple question. Did we buy them or did we get them?
That is my understanding that we buy them.
We buy them.
Yeah.
How much did we pay for them?
I don't want to quote your figure off the top of my head because I am not young like one time.
I want to suggest to you that you don't know.
I'm not going to accept that.
You're not going to accept it?
No.
So tell me how much then.
I don't want to quote your figure and then
and I am going to suggest again that you can't quote a figure because you have never heard a figure.
Yeah, man. We think we heard that some how much million is spending towards school. But was that 100 billion? I can't just we hear a figure, man. We did in fact heard a figure, man. Take my word for it.
I'm not going to take your word for it because I am a news junkie. And I can't remember.
Is a 100 school bus? Hold on. Is it a 100 school bus would arrive over a period of time like 20?
110.
Yes, would arrive over
110.
Yes.
But
and you are saying,
you know, think say, if the government are going to buy bus, we need to know how much them are spend for the bus. You think you should be guessing and bubbling
no, it's not guessing. Just that some figure were quoted sometime, Pauline. A figure were quoted how much we will overall pay, like for the buses, and the bus is expected to arrive over a period of time, and we expect to roll over. Well, it is 100 for the September term, and then next over 3 years. Over 3 years, the Jamaica Labour Party government is expected to cover the entire island where school bus is concerned, and $50 to transport a child to school. I should hear that too.
My concern, though, nephew, is that why we not just buy some new buses? Because you know what is my disappointment, nephew?
You could, but I finish the point. Now you ask a question why we not just buy some new buses, and I think the minister mentioned pertaining that you could buy a few new buses, and a portion of the island will left out, and we don't another concerned government and a concerned minister like Darrell Vaz who think about poor people and always there for poor people and never forget them would have said the best interest because the parents is struggling, the best interest in the country and our education and our children and the people. If we can get 100 bus instead of 15 bus and cover the entire island, it is in our best interest. And that's what Minister Vaz have been doing. I sure know you guys deeply within, appreciate it, but because of the politics, the election is
Nephew,
Yes, sir.
let me say this to you.
Yes,
so,
sir.
if the buses are 16 years old, how long you think they can last?
Well, you guys have been quoting that years.
No, man. No, nephew. May I ask you a question? Forget where other people say. Me and you are reason right now. How long you think these 16-year-old and 15-year-old buses?
All right. I like to work.
Hold on. And these buses have on them over 150,000 miles already.
I hear Peter Bunting with that argument.
All right. Hold on. Let me tell you something. You have a phone, right? Is a smartphone you have?
Yes, man.
Google, at what point does the American government discard their school buses? Just Google that. And Google will tell you that anywhere between 12 to 15 years or 150,000 to 250,000 miles. Once they get to that stage, the American government get rid of them.
All right.
I am also suggesting, hold on, I'm also suggesting you Google why they get rid of them at that stage. Don't take my word for it.
Colin,
yes, sir.
If the buses are 12 years old and with proper care, we can get a good 10 years out of them and even more.
If they are 12 years old, but remember the one that we saw the document for, that one is 16 years old.
Even if you have 16-year-old bus in the lot, we can get a few years out of them, and by the time those is going down, we will in the position to buy more. So buses will be always here.
Let me say this to you.
The Labour Party in power.
No, but that's rubbish, nephew. And let me tell you why that is. Let me tell you why that is rubbish. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
How many buses was in the JUTC fleet in 2016?
Colin, you won't expect me to answer that question off the top of my head.
All right, I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
In 2016, there was over 450 buses in the JUTC fleet.
Yes.
Last year, 2024, when we got that 100 bus, you remember the 100 bus we got last year?
Yes.
When those buses came, how many buses did we have? Including that.
I hear you guys were saying around 250, somewhere around that.
230.
All right. I hear you guys, but remember now, population increase.
No, but hold on. Population increase. But if you realize your argument that population increase, in 2016, we had more buses. The Andrew Holness-led administration defunded the JUTC and allowed the JUTC to run down till at one point we had about 150 buses, and they had to go buy 100 one time.
That is not my understanding.
Nephew, hold on. Let me tell you something about me. You see when I come on this program, your nephew, and I talk about understanding. Those arguments with me are laid on are facts, not opinion. So if you don't know, just say you don't know.
No, but you must tell your followers also that the PNP leave a staff there which were robbing the system.
No. Break up, nephew. Nephew, break up. No, do that. Because I am going to give you another piece of facts.
Yes.
In 2015, JUTC was almost breaking even. Right now, today, JUTC is spending more with less bus than what they were spending in 2016. When Mr. Bars was asked that question in the parliament, you know what his response was? He's asking this very same question. So if anybody is stealing at the JUTC, is your people who put there. Remember, when put a man for a JUTC with just a high school certificate, when he needed somebody with a master's.
Do you remember that a man lost his life of the St. Catherine bus depot one afternoon after meeting, trying to make the staff know that it can be business as usual?
Yeah,
Something Douglas is doing. You remember
I
that?
remember a man lost his
All right.
life. What year
All
was
right.
that? Hold on, hold on. I'm on here. I'm come out. What year was that, nephew? What year did that man lose his life?
No, it was Mike Henry who were the minister at the time. I can the
But nephew, do you
mm-hmm.
remember that 2015 JUTC almost broke even?
I hear you guys with the
Come on,
argument.
nephew, little more. Because you see, if you can't speak truth, when facts hit you, you come with this. I hear you guys with it. If something lie, say Colin, that a damn lie. And if it's true, say it's true, man. Come on, man.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
Well, tell you what, I apologize. You know why I go apologize? Labor right and truth now have no lot in our part. So
that's
I apologize.
That's not true, Mr. Bell. That's not true because
me one of say it again. Labor rights and the truth now have no lot in our part.
But one of your senators just apologized to the country for misleading the Senate the other day.
For who mislead the Senate?
Lambert Brown.
What did Lambert Brown said?
Lambert Brown make a comment that the Jamaica Labour Party suspend Parliament because they are hiding information.
Hold on, nephew. Hello? Oh, you're on the ear and I'm soon come. Nephew, let me tell you something.
Brother.
Lambert Brown said something. We got some information. And when Lambert Brown found out that it was wrong, he apologized. It takes a man to do that. Look how much lie your party leader tell. We're not going to tell you the truth. Hold on, nephew. You remember this whole recession argument? When I said the country wasn't in a recession? So who are come apologize for that now? Statin says 3 consecutive quarters of negative growth. You know, hide that. Try to hide it. Who is coming to apologize?
Is the government the one who report to the country about growth, or is the Bank of Jamaica and the other people?
No. Statin is the authority on the numbers. So don't you believe that poverty is down to 8.2%?
Poverty gone lower now.
We don't lie like us a trot. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Lie.
More the poor said more people is employed now.
But they must suffer.
More people said their life has improved now.
Nephew, which part you hear that from?
In the down on the support.
Little more, nephew. Little more. May I hear we talk again one other day. Here?
Take care.
Yeah, man. Because it's obvious that you not try come over here so can dump out no garbage. On no lies. Good evening, everyone. This is not a regular program. So people calling me on my phone straight because they know that normally on a Monday I am chilling and I'm doing my research. But this bus thing here is bothering me. I got a call from a listener a couple of weeks ago. And I wish that him a listen. And he told us about these buses. He told us the site, the website where we could have go up on and see how much the bus themselves are. Doing some research over the weekend, these buses can be sold for anywhere from all $2,000 up to about $50,000. And when they discard these buses, the American government is saying that they are no longer safe to carry our children. Now, if they are not safe to carry American children, are they safe to carry our children? Our roads are in worse condition than the American road. Hey, I would have fool your name. Where Ryan Latterman, where you come from? Say Statin never said that. Go check Statin. Jumbi man. Jumbi man. Ryan, go check Statin. Hello, good evening. Mr. Ed Boy. Ed Boy, me I'll call you back. Wagwan.
Blessings, General. You know what hurt me the most about this bus thing, I'm a boss.
Hold on. Ed Boy, hang up Ed Boy. Me call you right back. Yeah, tell me about the bus thing.
Yeah, man, me not stay long, man.
No, man.
Me have a nice 2010. A nice 2010 Honda car up a foreigner with a life ship down a Jamaica, kind of low mileage, kind of the elderly lady me buy it from.
And you can't
nice
ship that.
Vehicle. And me can't ship it. So I want to find out, how is it? What kind of authority? Of course, yes, government have authority.
No,
but
hold on. Let me tell you something, though. If you have a 10-year-old truck, you can ship it. I think you can.
Oh, so them classify the bus as truck.
Yeah, man. The bus, yes, the body type. Covered truck, you know.
Yeah, man, the body type or body style or whatever they want.
So trucks and them size bus there can be shipped at a later year. So I think maybe.
But you say a 16-year-old vehicle, you can bring in 16-year-old truck in a Jamaica.
I want to think so. We can double check it. But the first bus where we see the papers is 16-year-old with 160,000 miles on it.
Oh, well, so, all right. If I that them says them, but Colin, quickly more ask you one thing, my boss, before we jump off.
Talk to me.
What is the difference between a journalist, an investigative journalist, and a reporter?
All right. So a reporter report on what is happening, what them see, what happened. The investigative journalist is going to dig into things, do whole heap of research, search and find and all of them kind of thing. They like a detective.
Like Zara. Zara.
Yeah. We dig and dig.
And publish things in a paper.
Yes. Now you have the regular journalist who just get some information and advert and put it out. Nothing special.
So you think we could have a list of who we consider investigative journalists? I mean, some man has said them are investigative journalists, and me I look and I say, but it look like them are just reporter, because you're in a nationwide every day. Me I call them name and just read from paper and I say, you're investigative journalist.
Some of them just a reporter, man. I am a broadcaster. I don't consider myself as a journalist or an investigator. I'm a broadcaster.
Yeah, man, and we as a media, the public need to can identify who are reporter from who are journalists, from who are investigative journalists.
All right, man.
And a man just put the tag upon them shirt and walk with it like them a big shot.
All right, sir. Respect and
yeah, man, manners.
Yes, man. All right. So Mr. Ed Boy did I call me. And Mr. Chris did I call me. Ed Boy.
Comrade.
Wagwan, brother.
I am here.
Blood
I am here.
Comrade.
For life. Can't change. Not change. But I hear son have one little import here walk up and down in a Buff Bay Valley. I tell people to come back home.
One what?
One importee.
How would that?
The man was name own Portland.
And you call him an importee.
So no damn importee be. Where he be? Daryl come from Portland?
No, he's
Daryl
not.
live at Portland?
Neither.
Except on the weekends when him come home, come have him fancy party with him fancy friends. Eh? I call you today, Colin, to deal with this come of the earth in media. Yeah? I hear
who you call so?
George Davis.
All right, talk to me.
No, let me tell you. Why is Nationwide wanting to put the nation's children at risk? I tell them, remember, I am the people's Minister of Transport. Yeah? The buses that they have imported into Jamaica, first of all, in every state department, in every state, right? The buses were decommissioned. When a bus is decommissioned in the United States, it's merely recommended that you use it for scrap parts. Yeah? Nothing else. And I know he would never put
his daughter or his son to go in a one of them bus there. Yeah? It is what they're doing is also disrespectful to transport operators in Jamaica. I see they put out this thing saying the bus have 50% and they have tracking on the bus and all of this. Nobody is saying that we don't need a safe and reliable transport to transport our children. Nobody's having that argument. But why all of a sudden the government is interested in this? They have been there. The minister has been a minister for almost 4 years now. Why is he all of a sudden interested in a rural bus system? Let me tell you, prison in this bus here, prison in this new bus system that is coming, prison is in it. Because what they're doing is that they're actually exhausting the resources of JUTC when we could have just taken up the money. These people don't even understand basic economics. When you spend a money with a taxi man in a bus bay or in a Norwich or in a Mansion Hill or Rural Hill, that money goes back into the community in circulation. The JUTC money going to come back into the parish?
Well, you see, the thing is, Ed boy, they are not thinking about developing people. They are thinking about a way to make some money. And I asked Neville earlier, how much money have we paid for these buses or how much we're going to pay for them? And I don't know if you have heard any figure, Ed boy.
I'll tell you the figure I've heard. None.
Well, if we're not paying anything, that's not bad.
But I didn't say we're not paying any. I'm saying that they have not been transparent with the figures surrounding the buses.
That's my concern. I can't understand how, for the love of God, you bringing in 110 buses and you have not said to the country, we are bringing in 110 buses at X amount.
That used to be done by every single minister of transport, even the one in St. Mary, even as much as me cousin. When he was minister, he used to tell you these 5 buses, $10, $20. Yeah? But you see, the great economist, the one who wants to give GPS to him friend in Arizona, and already female,
Oh, so hold on. Somebody asked me that Saturday if I believe that them have a buyer for GPS already.
A former ambassador from the United States, sir.
What?
The man who met Darrell get back him visa.
What? School?
And it not done there. It not done there. Darrell went to Arizona to meet with the former ambassador. I go and bust it today now. I think today, the globe's now off. The globe's now off. You hear this conversation about a new telecoms company?
Yes. That a license has been granted.
Do you know where the company is from?
No.
The United States of Arizona. Where is the former ambassador from?
Hold on a little bit. Let me just help one dunce here. I have one dunce on the line.
You have to teach them.
Name Ryan Letterman. Let me help him with something because I made a statement a while ago. And obviously him not know. Because they told us a lie about growth. Statin released their report last week. And for 2024, Ryan, the first quarter, we had 2.0% growth in the first 3 months of 2024. The second 3 months, we had a decline, negative growth of 0.7%. The third quarter, we were down by 5.5%. And the fourth quarter, we were down by 2.4%. Go put that in
sounds
your
like
pipe.
recession.
Take up your phone and Google Statin latest report. When you come over here, you must come with a open mind to learn.
And the PIOJ too, I'm very disappointed in them.
The PIOJ needs revamping.
I know, but Statin is the empirical. They are the empirical gatherers of data.
It is Statin that does the data gathering, that go out on the field and do the work, go out in the field and do the work.
for the last 6, and I think Raleigh pointed it out Saturday. So I don't have to, I mean, couple of days before, I don't have to labor the point, but he pointed it out because how comes how comes the Planning Institute? The Planning Institute's job, is to interpret the data provided from Statin, yeah,
and tell the government how to grow the economy.
Exactly. But what they have done is sidestep Statin because they don't like the data that Statin is producing.
No. But obviously they have gotten to Statin, because it's Statin bringing 4 new sector.
And what is the 4 new sectors?
What I'm saying? Information and communication, that is one.
ICT,
security administration, that is another one. I don't remember the whole of them, but I don't cut off the Ralston Iman show from Saturday morning yet because we had Ralston Saturday morning. And
I was listening.
We went through the entire thing. Yeah. So Lataman, Lateman, go on Portland Spice TV. Watch Saturday morning show. Ralston was the first guest. I brought him in at 9 o'clock. Go watch it and listen and learn. Or take up your smartphone. And if you can't spell or you can't read or write, talk to the phone. Say, give me the report from Statin latest report. And the phone may talk to you and tell you some things. Let's go back to transportation because that's why I do the program here this evening. This whole school bus thing here.
Yes. So,
yes, you tell about the new telecommunication company.
Yes, the
from
new
Arizona.
Telecoms. So, from Arizona. So, ask Daryl if he's in more than like him, the Belmont Road right now, planning political retirement. Yeah, but ask him how it is that he can't tell the country which person has been given the preferential bidding option for this new telecoms, and is Jamaica in need of a new telecoms provider, or is it that he's intending to give this telecom license to this person to be solely for the internet?
Well, tell you what I can tell you, say. It now go work. We have tried it. We have tried a couple of times. Remember Claro? Remember My Phone? There was another one?
Well, there was Claro. Well, My Phone Claro had bought My Phone.
Yeah,
to get the license.
There was My Phone and then Claro buy it. Carlos Slim, which was the richest man in the world at the time. And it never worked.
Then negotiated with him. And Claro said, well, you have Honduras. Give us Honduras now. And we will give you back Jamaica. And the other markets we invaded where you operated.
It is not feasible. So
it's not.
Make we see what will happen to that. But who you saying want to sell GPS to now?
The same group out of Arizona.
But the man name Tapia or Tapia?
Tapia. Donald Tapia. I will never forget that. Brute. So I have no regard for him. None. Because he was the one who was backing, was saying funding should be removed from the groups that were actually talking about corruption and the issues. Remember him cut the NIA funding, Tapia was the first ambassador to do it, and I said, no more money to them. He did it. This Tapia, this Tapia is, and I don't understand.
Go ahead. Finish your point.
I don't understand how it is that we now have an issue where a minister who is of questionable character, has been involved in questionable things, became such a close friend as an ambassador. That now we're having a discussion of them potentially buying our energy, buying JPS.
So me never know that man involved in energy in the United States.
Go and research his name. You will see he's involved in telecommunications and energy. He's been in it for years. Yeah? But all I know, down there, Daryl, when you hardly did fly go to Mexico City, after you had the deal with the rooms on the beach, and you left Ian Fleming and went to Mexico City go collect the money. Me not say you collect it, and me not say hardly, I say somebody collected it. Yeah?
Yes.
But when you left Mexico City, ask Daryl and Audley where they flew to, which state they landed in.
You mean the former ambassador to the US?
Yeah. Yeah, tala. That is why you see some of them now. I tell you, they can't go now because they got to set the term. Because the term going to be for them picnic, going to become the largest importer of ganja. And their children will be shareholders in JPS, like how them have one where partially own SSL. We gonna left you later.
Head boy, thank you for the call, my brother. Hey. Yes, Father God. We're talking governance here this day of our Lord. Yeah. Chris, you did a call me. Let me link up back, Chris, my friend. Let me link up back my brethren here because these use buses, I try find a brethren when it call me and tell me about them. What go on, Chris?
What I say?
Me there.
Hey, I just had I just had a little antidote to pass on to you.
Talk
You
to
know,
me.
I was in Barbados. I was in Barbados for about 2 weeks, and I had a dinner party.
Yes.
And a guy from the Caribbean Development Bank was there, and a lady from the IMF was there.
Okay.
So obviously, you know, me I have to go ask her about my friend, because that is her boss.
Yes.
And you know, so the conversation
you
was
mean
like, you know, she don't really know much about it.
Our former finance minister. Yes, talk to me.
Exactly. She don't really know nothing about him, the local politics with him. So she asked me, you know, what kind of person he is. I say, she says he's very bright, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's extremely qualified for the job.
Yes.
That was her thing, you know. And I believe 100% that he's qualified for the job. He's a bright person. Nobody's going to argue that Nigel Clark is not a bright person.
Yes.
What my contention
Dr.
was,
Nigel Clark.
Yes, Dr. Nigel Clark. My contention is he got sucked into and maybe willingly went along with some things that was unsavory. Mm-hmm. You know, that is just my personal opinion, and based on what I've read, and I follow Jamaican politics quite closely, I take that with conviction. But the other guy that worked for the Caribbean Development Bank, this was the thing that got me and made me feel really shame as a Jamaica, because there was people from different parts of the world there, you know, Africa, different parts of the Caribbean. And the guy was telling me, him say, listen, we are working on projects in Jamaica with schools that would make African countries shame. So the man tell me, you know, the condition of the schools. That's what the man said to me.
Yeah.
Him said the condition, him say him never seen nothing in a like St. Elizabeth up in the upper part of St. Elizabeth where it rained and what. Him said you had to be put in buckets to catch water. And him couldn't believe that Jamaica had such, you know, the condition of the school was left to deteriorate to that condition. Him couldn't believe it. And I don't know this man from Adam. I was just sitting down there listening to the man telling me, and him know Jamaica very well because he go all over Jamaica to work on projects. And so when these guys are trying to fool people about schools and hospitals and this, they have no credibility. The world know who they are. They're charlatans, hustlers, grifters, enrichers. That's what they are. And they should wear those titles with pride because they're very good at it. And the Holness is almost a billionaire. And so he's great at what he does, enriching himself at the expense of the rest of the country. So they should wear that with pride.
And the people can't see it. You have some people who cannot see it.
I don't know what it was. Hey, listen, Colin. It's just like up here with Trump. You cannot convince a person that is following Trump with all its suffering that he's inflicting on the very same people, not to support him. And I think it's the same thing with the hardcore labor right. Listen, Jamaica is a PNP country now, in terms of numbers.
But hold on, Chris. You know, one of the things that the labor rights, why I realize that they are so blind, their party has been hijacked by a bunch of bandits. And them can't see it.
Yeah.
This is not the Labour Party. No party in Jamaica has ever been as corrupt as this Andrew Holness-led administration.
Not even close.
And I tell them all the while, put the PNP and the GLP, past GLP, not this one. GLP from before 2016. Put the GLP and the PNP together. Add up all of their perception of corruption. Yeah? And check this administration from 2016 till now. It is the most corrupt. It will be the two-party bad. The amount of corruption that they have.
Hands down, Colin. Not even close. And I'm 60 odd years old. And let me say something. When I saw you guys on the campaign the other day, I remember meeting Michael Manley in 1970 in Orocco-Bessa, St. Mary. And
Yeah.
that man just left an indelible impression on me as a young person. And I've never not supported the PNP. The PNP is a natural, the population of Jamaica is a PNP country. We just have to tap into it and make it happen. All right, my friend.
Bless up, one love.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But it's really the boss them me coming about. The boss them me coming about, you know. Really the boss them me coming about. Because me not understand where I go on with them boss there. Hello, good evening.
Will you prioritize upgrading your armaments to deal with?
Hello.
Yes, man. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Saka. Well, I'm on this.
Yeah, man. Please and
Yeah,
thanks.
man.
Yeah.
Saka. See, you go to one place the other day. I can't remember the name of the place. When you're there on the campaign trail,
Oh,
and you drive.
you at Bangarage?
Bangarage. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I try to remember the name.
Bangarage.
Yeah.
It's really
So where I
it's
think
really
where I say
original.
no? Huh?
It is really an original.
Yeah, man. Them, I watch it and I'm watching the whole thing going up there.
Yes, man.
But that school is a beautiful school, them have up there.
Nice. Yes.
Nice school.
Yes.
Yeah. Some of you say, yeah, talk about the bus them. Where you talk about the bus them, say now?
May I ask two questions? Why is it that we are buying used buses that are considered not to be safe to carry American children? Because I believe in school bus program.
To carry American children?
Yeah, they are considered not safe anymore because of the age and the amount of miles that is on them. Why is it that we are buying these used buses to carry our children? Why not new buses? That's one of the questions. And the second question is, how much are we paying for these used buses? So that's the two questions. Them come on to get answers for. Because I'm put a post on TikTok and some people are deal with me away, brother. Them no answer the question, and them start deal with me away.
But that's where me never come to say how much them pay for them. Because me call you already. I am the person who call you already and tell you about the buses and safe and all of that.
Hold on, are you the call me and tell me about the website where we can go up and find them and all these things?
No, me never tell about the website. Me never go up on the website. Me work with bus. Me know everything. After a certain amount of years, those buses are put aside. Them can go park our place. Most a whole heap of Asian, no disrespect. They buy it out and carry it in country because it's cheap. Some people make house with them. Some people make all kind of thing with them.
All folk could they use them, make.
Yes, some people use them and make all
and hold on, listeners, you can Google it and find all of this. If you Google it, just Google, ask the question you want about American school bus, at what age them discard with them, what they do with them after that, and it is all there on Google. Continue.
But I told you, I work for New York City. I'm calling and tell you the other day, I know them.
So you work on them, you work on them same bus, yeah?
Yes. And the first bus that they get, I don't know, the first two, them set there, and the real old one, they don't even use them there again.
Yeah.
Them two first one, I don't know about the rest of them get now, what it is. You understand?
Yeah.
But me can tell you anything you need to know about these buses.
So tell me though, why America park them after what? 160,000 miles? Them park them, why?
Them will go more than that, but they park them because the engine get beaten every day.
Yeah.
You understand? And them bringing new fleet at all times because they have to be up to date. You can run for a school district, and when the kids go to school, bus broke down and then they are road.
Yeah.
You will lose the contract more if you are getting contract from the school district,
Mhm.
you will lose it. So they have to replenish the
The fleet.
system all the while, the fleet at all time. I remember I told you that them up to 25 bus, 2025. You
Yeah.
understand? Them up to 2025 buses right now. Right. A matter of fact, the fleet, this is holiday, September now.
Yeah.
Bus is gonna start coming in, and at 2026, the more start coming in for now.
So
'Cause
my argument though, caller, is that some of these buses can be used for other purposes, but why to carry our children? Where I say?
First of all, you should not carry Jamaican children,
Yes,
none at
yes,
all,
yes.
because it's
All right, no problem.
unsafe.
You're saying
B-
that they are unsafe to carry Jamaican children.
Yes, because if you don't know, the studies show that this is what the study in America say
Yeah.
that most school kids died by the school bus.
In America?
Yes,
I never know that. That are news to me.
that me I try to tell you because we do our training, twice a year you have to do that. If you drive buses and you do them training, so, you get a training. And if you have, cause you have to have school bus endorsement. If you do people who do school buses,
Yeah.
you have the school buses endorsement, and when you do that, it will tell you all those things that I told you. It is so much. The safety is the number one priority with the
Of
bus.
course, safety is number one priority for our
Number
children.
one priority. That's why when I call you, I tell you, even though them say they move it over,
They move the
the,
door.
the door over, the driver are not supposed to be in front of the kid, because you must see every kid will come on,
All right.
and every kid will come on.
All right. All right. You see that point there? Let me say it on a political stage, and some people think a joke. The school bus that did a run a Portland before the holiday, a two-person drive it one time. You have a man sitting over the right-hand side where the driver supposed to be in Jamaica. Them have a man sit down over there, different from the driver where I drive the bus. Because really, in Jamaica, and listeners and viewers, check this. Look at all the big trucks, the international truck. If you don't see them up on the back, caution, left hand drive. It is a reason why it is written on the back of the left hand drive trucks. They are not safe. Just the fact that the steering is on the left hand side makes it unsafe for the Jamaican road.
And when you have to turn, right?
Yeah.
When you drive a big bus, any large bus, when you drive it, you can't turn it like a car.
No, it can't.
Because if you notice, the wheels are not up to the front, the wheels are back.
Yeah.
Passenger buses, the wheels are even further. So you have to measure up your door before you turn with the turn. The door that is one of the key of turning those buses. Cause them bring tail swing.
Yes, definitely.
And if you
Because
don't be
also
careful,
there's a lot of tail behind the back wheel as well.
exactly. So if you don't be careful, you will be on the sidewalk or on something or on people's vehicle. So you have to know how you have to turn these buses. Them can't manage them turn and terrain up in some
Well,
hilly area.
one of the things that I have been saying, Carla, is that these buses are taken out of commission in the US, which have better roads
Yes.
than us, and they
Right.
run a shorter journey.
Right.
Because I think there's a limit to how far they go from the school. Because
Yeah,
in
because they run
America,
into
what you have
districts.
school districts, so the schools are
And
close to the residential area, so the buses don't run far.
So all of the buses run now for them district. You run now this district, this district, this district. You know, crisscross like that.
Right,
Them
and you have a
mostly run
school,
them
and you also have a school zone.
Yeah.
And the buses are connected to a school.
Yeah, they go to specific schools.
Right. So this bus don't carry children for Compre, Titchfield, and Happy Grove. No, and so it go America. The bus carry children only for one school.
One school him go, drop off, and if a driver do 2 trips for the morning,
it's the same
he might
school.
pick up. He might go to a different school, but him pick up and drop. Him no carry everybody. Him pick up, drop, and then go pick up the other set of picnic and carry them go to that school. Because you cannot bring the other kids in that school.
And they don't care standing either.
No, you can't. No.
They don't care standing. So when the capacity, hold on, when the capacity of a bus in the US is 40, it carries 40. When that bus come to Jamaica, it going to carry 80 or 100.
My brother, it better let me buy some coaster and put it on the road.
Let me take a next call here, my brother. Thanks for the info.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to Talking Governance. It's governance we are talking this evening. Talking about the buses for the schoolers. Good evening. Welcome.
Yes, Colin. Thanks for taking my call, mate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my take it on the buses, eh?
Yeah.
Is you see when it's winter and they got to salt the roads.
Yeah.
That salt do a great damage to the bus over a period of time. Damage the bus, damage the chassis, damage they do a great damage, mate, to the buses.
So they are coming from places like New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Yes, you can expect that kind of damage from the salt. But if they're coming from Florida, you might get better buses out of Florida, right?
Well, it's a possibility, you know what I mean? But
Florida,
that damage is
maybe Georgia, maybe even down to the Carolinas. You might get good buses out of those areas.
Well, once you come in contact with salt, that's where which was where here is the salt damage the buses and it damage any vehicle in the cool country. Once you come across it, is the salt. Yeah. That's it. You know what I mean? So for them to restore that bus, you have to put it on a rack and then sandblast it.
Yeah.
To get rid of the rust. And then to do necessary repair, which nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? So technically, those buses are not fit for the road in Jamaica.
Well, I was hoping that Nevio could have helped me, but Nevio don't know himself. Why we choose to go the used bus route and how much we're paying for them. Those are 2 questions, just 2, that I would love to get answers to. What is the cost to the Jamaican taxpayers and why we have gone the route of used buses and not buy new bus to carry our children? Them bus don't have no AC in them neither.
Well, whether they have AC or not, those buses are not fit to take Jamaican kids because they're wear and tear. And number 2, if Darrell Vaz put any value on the Jamaican kids, he would have never get a used bus. But he put no value on the Jamaican kids. He put no value on them. You know what I mean? They're just at the
poor people.
I don't know what they do, you know?
Poor people if take everything with them get. Now I'll take our next call here.
Yes.
Respect.
Okay, mate.
Yeah, man. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Colin.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, way before the bus business come into play, I sent you a website, bidera.com. You remember that?
Take your call so fast, you know, come figure say, you did tell me about the website where you can go find all of the old junk them and get them for liquor. Talk to me. Are you me do that show you find out? Are you me a try find? Me say, are you me a try find? Because me even call Ratty. Saturday morning, me talk to Ratty again, you know. I say, Ratty, a brethren called me the other day, you know. And the brethren give you all a website where you can go find the thing them. I mean, don't know how under God's hurt. Me never write it down.
It's bidera.com. Bidera. BIDERA.com.
Hold on, the man. No pen on my desk. Natalie. Hold on. When we finish the conversation, you have to get Bidera.
Yeah, man. Bidera.com. If you want anything that's surplus from the city, from the school boards, you can get it. It's there. You want a stove, you want a police car, you want a police helmet, anything you need, you can get it on that website. And I will even go as far and say, let's say those buses were purchased in Florida.
Mhm.
All you have to do is jump on an American airline flight, get off at the Miami airport, take a taxi to 36th Street, and on 36th Street, you find those buses dime a dozen. Keep one thing in mind.
Where you said the site name?
Bidera, BIDERA.com, Bidera.com. If you want anything that were in the government surplus, you can get it there.
Jennifer, I see you trying to call me, but give me a minute. So, hold on now. Tell me something. What kind of money them buses have? Well, me look on the website and me see say you can get one of them buses for $3,000.
$3,000. It's you see, frankly speaking, what will happen now to this particular website as we put it out there, it's going to just push up the market and the buses because everybody are going to try to go there and put a bid in. But what I'm saying though, let us be frank and fair here. These buses are buses that has been taken out of circulation, out of the school system.
It's an action thing.
It's an action thing. And then now, what happened now? The school board, because keep in mind, every county has its own school board.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yes.
So the county manages all the schools, and you have several superintendents in the county. And for fiscal responsibility, they open up more space to get in more money. But also, a lot of these buses that they are taking out of service are buses that really need repair. And if you and these are things, and I will beg off the journalists, I will beg off the news media in Jamaica to take a trip to South Florida and to go to these.
Caller? Him gone. I can't cut him off. Hello? Garfield.
Yeah, man.
You dropped out a while ago. Come back. You were saying to the journalists. Yes, man. You were saying to journalists.
Okay. So what I'm saying, I beg of the journalists in Jamaica to take a trip to South Florida, drive by these depots, and look at these service record of these buses. These buses are not greatly serviced here, you know. Why? Because they use a lifespan of about 5 years. After 5 years, they dump them out. You understand?
No, but 5 years or 15 years?
No, the lifespan of the bus is about 15 years. That's about the lifespan of the bus. But what I'm saying, because them run these buses down to the ground. They run these buses down to the ground, and because they are open up for more money, them just normally throw them off into the action to like company like Bidera, throw them off to sell back for little or nothing, and these same bus go work on the farms. These same bus goes into the South American countries to use in public, in mass transportation.
Yeah.
But something that I have not heard anybody mention, if you can recall downtown Kingston back in the 70s, the Pantan bus system used to use these buses in Jamaica, you know.
Oh?
You used to run on the boulevard, if you can recall, you know.
As JOS bus?
No, private. Them used to run from Parade all the way up to Crossroad, off a tree, on the boulevard to Portmore, terminates at Bayside, and did the opposite come back. There were some blue buses. If people who live on the boulevard in Mulline, Zayde Gardens, and so forth, they will remember these buses. If you used to go to live in Portmore and you would go to a Carib theater, those were the buses that you used to catch to come back to Portmore and go to Carib.
Oh, I never know that.
And these were the same buses, and how long these buses could never outlast the Leland buses. Well, I remember the Leland buses used to come from England.
I know them can't outlast the Leland buses, and a lot of the Nash them in Jamaica having serious problem. It's they are international, right?
Correct. You know, yeah. So what I'm saying, but these are, and then the question though must be asked is that what type of warranty is on these buses? Because keep one thing in mind: these buses are not being bought from the manufacturer.
No, they can be. You get warranty for a used vehicle. But one of the question I want answer is how much are we paying for these buses? Because I want to bet that when we hear the price for them buses, we're going to run like a thief.
Exactly. And these buses are not expensive. Because literally a shell.
When you Google the whole thing, you realize that the dearest one of them might cost is 50,000 US.
Correct, but also remember
one that have good that is in good condition.
And some of these buses don't even have air condition in it. They don't even carry seat belts.
Well, the one that was in Portland running before school closed, that have no air condition.
Right, so understand that. And this is the next question I must ask.
Marcia, give me a call, man. Give me a call, Marcia. Go ahead.
Say the bus has warranty on it. When you modified and configure the bus, is the warranty still valid?
Because you have to change the door.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, you have to put that door now on the left-hand side.
So there are questions to be asked, but I must caution though. We need to ask the question so where I get value for money. But as I can tell you, I don't know nothing about the buying of the buses, of course, but I can tell you that these buses, I want to tell you too, some of these same buses is what the U.S. Department of Homeland Security paint in white, and they use to transport immigrants.
Yeah, man, it's obvious. Well, that's not my concern when them do it, because every vehicle, or some vehicle where we have as top vehicle, them use them to unearth America all about over the place.
Exactly. So I mean, that was just a joke. That was just a joke intended. But that is what I'm saying, though. So the question must be asked: do we have adequate, sufficient trained mechanics to service these buses?
I don't know. Somebody said Isaac grandfather used to run the bus them. The guy talking about. Yeah? Yeah, because Isaac, Isaac grandfather, what his name again? He's a bus man for true, man. Yeah, man, you're right, Richard.
Yeah. But people don't remember that,
it's
because
GGG,
these buses come to Jamaica already, and they never did well. And they never did well. The blue and them come from, and we used to call them Bluebird, because that's actually the manufacturer name Bluebird.
Yeah,
we used to call them Bluebird, but we just call them Bluebird because we will see Bluebird when you're walking into the door. But that's just the man. And the Bluebird actually is not even the bus, The Bluebird is actually the fabricators.
Oh, who do the seat
that fabric?
Or the welding company.
Right, the fabricators.
Yeah.
Just like when the bus used to come from Leland, when the Leland bus used to drive up with the chassis and the engine, and they will go right behind Kingston Technical High School and assemble.
Hold on there. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Talking Governance this evening.
Hey, Colin.
Yes, Marsh.
How you do?
Me good enough. Wagwan.
Man.
Marsh,
tell me something.
Hold on. Before I tell you something, tell me something. You ever hear what them use bus are cost with? You ever hear no number, no money?
No, we don't know nothing about them there.
All right, talk to me.
Nothing. No cost at all we don't hear about. Tell me something. For the politicians, will they buy used vehicle for the politician?
You mad, Marsh? You mad?
So hold on. So how we them give we used vehicle and buy new vehicle for themselves?
Well, remember saying they buy some used car for the police them too,
No, listen. Change that statement there. They're worth going to. Are they promised to?
Then they get some. They never get all of them, but then they get some.
But we get back the money?
All of the money?
Yes.
Me no know. Me no think so. Me doubt it. Me wonder.
When you see Bobby Montague, you ask him.
I will.
Yeah. But let me just shift over here for a little bit. Now, some road, me say a St. Thomas. Come like every week, then dig them up back.
Lord have mercy. That's the worst thing ever happened in Jamaica. That's the worst thing. The man, them build the road and from them build the road, them a dig it up straight.
From them build the road, them start dig them up back.
Every
Same
week.
time. I don't know if there is a digging syndrome in the Prime Minister because he walk around and plow and all the while say my ground. Not even farmer not till the soil, so.
Lord have mercy.
So we need to know outcomes. And my pet subject now, the Marant Bay Urban Center. I bet you for the next 9 months that place will not open. Are they going to have a ribbon cutting ceremony?
I'm going to tell you something. A bombshell about that urban center will drop on Thursday.
All right.
You hear me say?
Well, yes.
A bombshell that will shake up Jamaica is going to drop on that urban center on Thursday. You will not believe what you're going to hear Thursday. Write it down, say Colin Bell, tell you.
All right.
This year Monday evening. Yeah.
Yes.
You see this urban center thing?
Yes.
The technology, the trickery in it.
Yes.
We find it.
Yes.
On the bombshell. Marsh, when you hear this Thursday.
Yes.
Tell me one thing before
let me
you
tell
go,
you
Marsh.
something.
Hold on, tell me something.
I will ask the contractor and what them call it when my name again, the big brother factories corporation.
Oh, what you mean?
Something under that time, Shirley. When name man, the name slip me. But I want to know if him and them eat crab. Because in Jamaica they say crab full of certain things.
Tala.
Right?
But listen out for the bombshell coming on Thursday.
Yeah.
About
and
the urban
question
center.
when we want to ask certain substance that will be coming from the urban center, where they're going to dump it, they can't put it in free.
Hold on. Ribbon cut already. And that nothing. But hold on, Marshall. Two things. I want to tell you something and I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you hear Delroy Chuck in the parliament say that Linstead now have a model courthouse?
Up to a secret I can do.
And he went on Power 106 the morning after. And the host came out when the McEachran said to him, Minister, does the courthouse in Linstead have a public toilet? And the minister said no. But it's a model courthouse. So don't worry about the urban center now if you put the crab stuff. Question for you now, Marsh.
Yes.
Those big units, the big trucks in Jamaica, most of them are left-handed. Left-hand drive.
Yes.
On the back, they write, caution, left-hand drive. Why is that?
Yes.
Why is that?
I wonder if it right on the school bus them.
No, man, me ask you what make you ride on the truck them.
Because the driver, it's a left-hand drive. The driver will not 100% able to see what taking place on the right-hand side.
So it is not safe.
It is not safe.
Tala. Me tell you no say a 2-man drive a school bus where they don't run with you. And when me talk it up at Windsor, whole heap of people start laugh and think a joke me did I make. Me actually video it and take a picture of the 2 men. One driving with the steering and one, what them call it now, a shadow drive.
Yes.
Little more Marcy, me have a call
all right, you take it easy.
In gone. Thank you for calling me back anyway and tell me which part we can find the old bus them for buy and those kind of things. Now, listen. The use is not my problem. I drive a used vehicle. I'm telling upon this program before. I never buy a new vehicle for myself yet. And all if a used vehicle come at Jamaica, but none of them never come at 16-year-old for car school picnic. Go ahead, caller, talk to me.
Hey, Colin, what about? Oh, the used bus system there, are the same thing in Canada too, you know. Oh. After when they reach certain age and them have certain mileage funding, them take them out of service.
Yes.
And the same thing with all the taxi them over here too.
Yes.
Same thing with the taxi. Them after the taxi, them run and reach certain mileage.
Them take
Them
them,
have to buy a new taxi. Them take them out of service.
and it's something that the government of Jamaica is trying to do, and because right now they are saying to taxi men, even this administration is saying to taxi men
Yeah.
that we are giving a special rate for bringing newer vehicle for carry passenger. So why you carrying 16-year-old bus for carry school children?
Yeah, man, that's the same thing over here, man. Even the big passenger bus, them to after a certain while, them take out the whole of them and get new one.
Yeah, because after
Yeah.
a certain
And
amount of miles, it is not safe anymore.
yes, man, and them not built for Jamaica road because them go through the winter and them get rusty and all them kind of stuff there. So therefore,
The
them
chassis.
suspension and all them kind of stuff, they can't manage them kind of road out there no more.
Yeah, but you see, one of my argument is that if the United States, after that amount of years and that amount of miles, put them aside and say that they are no longer safe, we don't have the quality roads that they have in the US. We have serious pothole and bad road, serious
Exactly.
corners and hills and gullies. Even if you have
Yeah,
hills
yeah,
in
yeah.
America, the corners are not as narrow as ours. Their roads are wide and the corners are long. The school
And
bus
them
in
have a
America don't carry standing. The
no,
buses
no,
in
no, no, no.
Jamaica
They get
carry 3 times the amount that they are built to carry. And
right.
furthermore, they are left-hand drive vehicle, not safe to be driven in Jamaica. What are we doing?
No, no, no.
But you know what I want to say
And
to the
and
people? You know what I
yeah,
want to say to the people? The buses that are here, when the PNP win, they will still be used. Plus, you will still get the PNP plan. So I'm saying to
a
the
good
people,
system.
vote for the PNP. If you vote for the PNP, you're going to get the GLP bus plan and you're going to get the PNP bus plan. So you're going to get 2 transportation plan under the PNP. Go ahead, Carla.
Yes, man, because there are certain places in Jamaica where those buses cannot go.
Well,
So
hold on.
therefore,
Hold on, though. Me see them carry some short one. Me see all one Chevrolet. Me never see a used Chevrolet vehicle come at Jamaica and stand up in a period of time. So, me don't know where them
no,
are
no,
go
no.
with that. Me see Teachfield have one up there. And me not even know where they know. If it have any more use. Never see a
Yeah,
used
man,
Chevy
because
come at Jamaica and stand up.
the system where the PMP are carrying right now is best for the country because the bus companies out there and taxi drivers, all of them gonna benefit from it. But when you carry all these buses down, all those old buses come out, that means you take bread from all the motorists them out there and all that kind of stuff. They not benefit from it. I just for them and them cronies.
Listen, man. And you see when you carry them all bus, yeah, I wish part we are gonna start dump them because after a year or 2, we have to start find place to dump them. Because if they are not maintained in America, you imagine what I got my Jamaica, because we don't maintain nothing in Jamaica.
Exactly.
So you imagine what the maintenance is going to be in Jamaica. When you
And the
maintain
thing
nothing,
about
rubbish.
the thing about it with them over here, they don't care how them look, don't care how them look. For them reach a certain mileage that them supposed to reach, them might take them off.
Exactly.
Them might take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know what take them up.
How you gonna take them up here? Most of these buses, them man just buy them and just carry go to them farm, go put on them farm and all them kind of way there.
Carry them workers on the farm and
Just carry
everything
them
there.
workers on the farm and all them kind of stuff there.
Yes.
Government have nothing more to do with them.
Yeah,
Yes, man, I just want 2 cents that,
All right, brother. Yeah, here's a one go up a Banga Ridge because they have them in Portland playing politics. One go up in the Rio Grande Valley too. Them have them a drive up and down all about. When the PNP meet na go on the other night, them have them a drive up and down a pass. I don't know why the GLP them a panic so though. They are panicking. Now a bit of news. The superintendent for Portland, Miss Campbell, is why they're moving Miss Campbell from Portland. Hello? Anybody hearing me? Why Miss Campbell leave? Why they moving Miss Campbell from? Hey, the first in command officer for Portland, Miss Campbell, is why they're moving her. I get some information that Miss Campbell, they're moving Miss Campbell. I have a question. Is there a new system in the GSCF now that once the Prime Minister coming to the parish, the senior soup have to report to the Prime Minister? I saw it go now. Hey! But didn't answer me. Nephew, oi! Wagwan. Is why they moved the soup from Portland, the senior soup. She get a promotion with you. Yes, me hear on the radio natty. She get promotion, but then me hear say them move her from Portland. But me see a thing a go on from where there. Every time me see the Prime Minister go in our area, the soup in front of the media, I give report to the Prime Minister. Is a new thing that? Is that a new thing? Hey. I want to send a message. You have a fish that get you out of the Rio Cobre that they carry come to Portland, want to throw in the Rio Grande. I want to say to the fish from the Rio Cobre, if you come to drink milk, drink whatever milk, because when COVID and you never take the vaccine, they fired you. Remember, the fish that escaped from Rio Cobre and come here, when COVID, him decides say him not take no vaccine, and a member of parliament, is which member of parliament fire him? He was fired by the member of parliament. And that's why him have to didn't know if the member of parliament tell lie, him have to defend the member of parliament. If the member of parliament talk, yeah, but hold on. I think of him did video the sitting where make people laugh off of the MP, you know. I want to say to you. I want to say today, and I hear said there's a policeman too. Did in one of the vehicle up Windsor when them are write back things in the people where we put up with paraphernalias. And I want to tell the policeman be careful. We not steal like labor right, we like take off food off of people table. But your police, you must do police work and leave politics. Because I hear that you was in one of the vehicle when them up there tear down people poster. Me and Maskel are no friend, but me have to big up Maskel pan that one here. Me have to big up Maskel pan that one here. Maskel is not my friend. And me a talk that loud. Not because me a big him up, me no want him things say me and him a friend. But him put out a post and me a go play it because it's real talk. And me a go talk to Night Talk after Maskel talk to him. Because Night Talk I'm a friend.
You guys are having across the island.
Well,
so me I say, member of parliament, Mr. Vaz, me advice on what I just feel. Me I say last night, my party leader come. Last week, Andrew Holness, they are Portland. And no PNP no disturb no. You know, no disrespect for my way. Until the Mark Golden that come to Portland, Mr. Vaz, and Night Talk and your labor right crew, they in a fellowship, a paint out PNP color off of the road and tear down PNP clad. Miss Vaz, please me I beg you, miss, me I send this public. Call off your team up here and tear down the PNP things them. You understand? Please, we don't want to war through this election, Miss Vaz. So tell Night Talk and the security youth with the green van with their picture on it to come down and left blood clad PNP something them. You see what me I say? This not look good and this not safe. Believe me, upset. Because if you come from my shop, you see them go nail up posters from my shop with you. I'm not say nothing to them. I'm a business place. I'm not say nothing to them and it's still there. So why them cover this man that tear down PNP things then? Miss Barnes, call them. Yeah?
All right. Me apologize for the indecent language. Me never remember say in use one of them colorful cloth there. But me back you up, me defend you upon that, Maskel. Me defend you upon that. But Night Talk, you're a Portlander. The fish from Rio Cobre is not a Portlander. Hold on, caller. The fish we get to at a Rio Cobre is not a Portlander. The policeman is not a Portlander. Night Hawk, you have friends and family here. Me and you come from far. And don't make me tell you for trim. Because no real Rasta can be a GLP supporter. No dreadlocks can be a GLP supporter. If you're a dreadlocks and you're a GLP supporter, you're a dreadfox. If you're a Rasta and you're a GLP supporter, you're a rascal. Because no natty here and babyface man can go sing Remember Bustamante. Bustamante say kill all Rasta. If Barnett Street can't hold them, the cemetery will hold them. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin, good evening.
Bless up.
All right. I'm going to compare your program can be a little controversial this evening. See?
Not a problem.
What I believe, looking at everything that the JLP is doing right now when it comes on to tear down posters, trying to clean up all the little stuff that can put Andrew Holness in prison, I believe that what reached Donald Trump in 2020 will reach the PNP in 2025. I believe that this election will be stolen from the PNP. And I believe that wholeheartedly. What do you think?
Well, you hear what you say? You believe it will be stolen from the PNP?
Yes, man. I believe the PNP will win the election, but the JLP will form the next government.
Brother,
that is what I believe.
And that is your opinion?
My opinion.
We can't fight you upon your opinion. You're not stating it as a fact. You are saying this is your opinion.
My opinion.
And if I say to you is a concern that I don't share, I would be lying. I share that concern because these men are planning to take this election at any cost.
Yes, man.
When you listen to Desmond McKenzie, when you listen what Desmond McKenzie say, we will never surrender Jamaica to the PNP again. For me, that means something. When you hear Andrew Holness say him don't need nobody else to hold him accountable but Theme Party people, it means something to me.
Very
so
profound.
Your concerns are my concerns. Now, the fact that we know it at this point, before the election call, we have two men who are in the EOJ. They are on the EOJ board for the PNP. One is Dayton Campbell and one is Wenford Skeffrey.
Yes.
Those are our two people in there. And I am calling on them to be vigilant. I am calling on them to share information with the executive of the PNP and with the national executive so that we can look into these things. Pringle call me regular, you know, call her to this program. And hear him always ask, Colin, wanna go and bring in international people to watch the election? Because a lot of people are concerned that the GLP are planning something.
Yes, man. I believe that. I mean,
but you know one thing I think, though, caller? If the Jamaican people who are thinking people come out and vote vote heavily, they won't be able to steal it.
Well, as Donald Trump said, make it too big to rig. And that is what we need to do.
Make it too big to rig.
Yes.
Yes. So the people of Jamaica were calling on all the people who don't normally vote. You have seen the corruption. You have seen the trend leading to a dictatorship. Time to vote to rescue Jamaica from these bandits. My brother?
Yes, man.
Me not find your argument controversial. Me find your argument sobering.
Well, boy, I tell you, I mean, to tell you the truth, if you hear me sound, I follow America politics deeply.
Yes.
You understand? And I am telling you that when I compare the Jamaica Labour Party,
yes,
and this might sound controversial again, and the Democrat Party in America,
yes,
I am getting it's one in the same to me. To tell you the truth, a lot of people.
You mean the Republican? The GLP and the Republican.
Yes, to me, I tell you now, this is the controversy we talk about. Because no, I does not see the Republican Party that we are talking about. The Democrat Party that we, to tell you the truth.
The Democratic
I am going to
Party.
tell you the
Oh,
truth.
you see the Democratic Party in America?
I see them. I call them I call them the demonic party, man. Them believe and try to push all kind of craziness and nastiness on the world.
So them
and
worse
even
than
in
Trump?
Jamaica. Yes, man. Donald Trump is not a bad person. I think the media is who really and truly demonize Donald Trump, and a lot of people can look into Trump and say who Trump really is. I really and truly don't think so.
You voted for him?
I don't think.
You voted for Donald Trump?
No, man, I'm a Jamaican. I would have never left Jamaica to America.
Oh,
never.
But you get it over there. Oh, you say you follow American politics, but you get it
Yeah,
over
man, I
there.
follow American politics. No, man, I don't spend more than 1 or 2 weeks in America, man. I don't do that thing, man. That is not my place. This is my place.
All right, so me, I hear the same thing.
I am not one who want to run to America. That is definitely not me. I am a born, bred Jamaican, sir.
All right, my brother. All right.
You understand?
Thanks for the views.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. And listen to your program all the time.
One love, my brother.
All right, take care of yourself.
So this is not a regular show. This is not a regular show. We just have some concerns on this Monday evening. Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Good day, Sir Colin.
Well, go on, brother.
Yeah, I want to ask a question about the electoral process.
Yes.
Can you confirm if the Israeli have anything to do with the electoral?
I can't confirm that, and that is one of the things that we are worried about, because we know that them money they are in touch with the Israelis.
Exactly, and they are very high tech now. They are very high tech. Remember, they have the best Air Force in terms of
here one of the good
airspace and all of that.
Here one of the good things, we don't do electronic voting in Jamaica so much. They try it one at a time, but I think we're gone right back to the paper base. So we can watch.
So isn't that when time someone vote, right? Isn't that when time someone vote, print them thing, it go through electoral the electronic system to show up on the EOJ board? Can that be manipulated?
No, it no go through nothing electronic. The ballots are printed, come in our book. You go to the polling station, them look for your name. There's a ballot with your name on it. And give me a minute, let me clear this, because this is very important what I'm going to say now. Hold on, there's a ballot with your number, not your name. But when you mark that ballot and that piece is torn off, the ballot cannot be traced back to you. Nobody can know who you vote for in Jamaica. So the ballot have a number. That is your number. That can be matched to you. So what people can know is whether you vote or not. But they can't know who you vote for. Am I saying it correct?
You sure about that, Sir Colin? Because I don't think so now. Because I've seen racists in my constituency of Central Kingston. People can tell you, sir, okay, that a person vote for such and such.
No.
A person vote because I can remember one particular person.
Hold on, let me tell you what some people do. Let me tell you what happened. A man, all right, so you have a PD with, let's say, 300 people on the voters list. The PNP does a canvass and know who are the comrades. The GLP do a canvass and they know who are the laborites. So let's say them say, all right, we have 60 laborites in other box here and 120 PNP. At the end of polling, GLP gets 62 and PNP get 118. Them look on that and them say 2 PNP voted for the laborite. Them can't tell which two, but I'm gonna guess and say you did look shaky. You understand?
Yeah, but
so them can't know for sure.
My question to you.
Turn on the instrument in your background. What are you listening to me and turn it down?
Yeah. My question to you: who do the vote? Who do the counting at the office? Is a like presiding officer or someone who do those counting? So we can say, okay, this is for John Khan. This is for who do those counting?
No, listen. Every ballot come with a number, but when you're done vote the number, that part is torn off. Go ahead.
So no name is not on it then. Name is not on it.
Hold on, Natalie wants to say something. Right.
When they're doing that ballot, when they're going to, so they turn the book. So
well, you hearing Natalie?
Yeah.
so when they reach
I'm hearing clearly.
and the page, the number on it is 5001. 5001 is written in the book.
Yes.
That ballot was used. And the name is there, so you use the ballot. But the number is stored after.
Yes. And no
So
more
you
number
cannot
is on the
trace
ballot.
it. No, so you cannot trace it. But the number is not specially assigned to a person.
Right. So the all ballots come with a number. So if 5,000 ballots in the book, it comes 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5,000. So when you
Okay.
vote, the ballot that is given to you, that number is written beside the name now, though. So if you have gotten ballot 102, that is written beside my name. Colin Bell come, him get ballot number 102. But that part is torn off the ballot, and there's no more number on the ballot. So you can look on your ballot and she said no more number on the pan it. So once you vote and you fold that and drop it in the box, it can't trace back to you.
Okay. All right.
So
No
people
problem,
can,
then. But
people
as I said,
what we can know, we know whether you go to the polling station.
yeah, we
or
know
not.
that part.
But we can't know
I
who you
think
vote for.
This is the biggest concern because this is the biggest concern for me now because the way the JLP rhetoric is like right now. I know that the people that will come vote for the PNP. Why they're feeling so confident? And what my problem is now, the EOJ is in the Prime Minister's office. That is my biggest concern.
Well,
and if you put something, look here, if you put cheese, a puss mouth, a rat mouth, or whatever thing, what do you think will happen? With somebody who you cannot trust, you cannot, because as I said, when people stay silent, then bad things. When good people stay silent, then you have bad things happen.
All right, my brother. No for strike.
Exactly.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Come on, so make people can hear. Make sure the people can hear what you say. No, they don't have to see you. We just want to hear you.
So one way that we use to
Hold on. I want to hear because this is a lady who have worked into the polling station as indoor agent for many years, so she knows what she talking about. Hold on.
All right. So how we know sometime, how we identify the voters? Like I can say that you're a PNP or you're a GLP. I remember one day a lady came to the polling station. A lady came to the polling station, and you have outdoor agent on the outside.
Yeah.
So this lady was heading to the polling station, and somebody from the JLP said to her, "Come, let me show you. Come, let me tell you where you must vote." And the woman said, "No, my name can't depend on no paper." And that is how we knew that the lady was a PNP. The lady don't know that PNP and GLP work with the same list.
Same voters list.
So that is how we knew then that the lady was a PNP. The woman said, "My name can't depend on your list."
So it is important. We want people to know that no make nobody trick you. Them can't know for sure who you vote for. Then tell you who you vote for, guess them a guess. And as me say a while ago, when we do a canvas, PNP knows say we have 120 people supposed to vote for we in the box. And GLP must only get 60. If them get 62, we know say, yeah, because we see who come vote to. So we say, boy, 2 PNP vote Labour Right. Or if Labour Right get 50 and we get 130, they must say 10 hour people and vote for them. If they're not see nobody strange. Because also, there are people in the community who neither PNP nor GLP don't know who them support. So when them turn up to come vote, everybody lost. People don't know who them vote for. Answer for me. So it is all in the game of politics. But I am saying to Jamaicans, come out fully this election to rescue Jamaica. Come out fully this election. No matter if you never vote before, you have your ID, check if your name upon the voters list, and come ensure that you put Andrew Holness on retirement. Andrew Holness should have basically resigned long time. That is statutory filing could be investigated properly. And the fact that he remains as prime minister is interfering with the process. Because listen, Dennis Strong at the FID, no follow nobody. You can't name a police commissioner without the prime minister's input, even though it got through services commission. You can't name the head of the FID without the prime minister agreeing. It can't happen. And we now see where his riding partner, Dennis Chung, is at the head of the FID. My people, we have to open our eyes. If you love Jamaica. And the next thing I want to say before I leave, you see this argument about GLP have choose Jamaica as a slogan. That can't be no GLP slogan. I have always chosen Jamaica. I say choose Jamaica. Choose Jamaica. And if you're really, take this to me, if you're really choosing Jamaica, you can't vote GLP this time around. Look at what they have done with Cornwall Regional Hospital. My people, Cornwall Regional Hospital is a 400-bed or 450-bed hospital. 450. The GLP are planning to spend 23.5 billion with a B. $23.5 billion is the projected cost for Cornwall Regional. They built the urban center, which is 48,000 square feet larger than Cornwall Regional, for $6 billion. The newest Rio Hotel, 750 room, a 5-star hotel, many restaurants, all the amenities. They built it for $15 billion. Open your eyes, labor rights. What is wrong with you? Choose Jamaica. Labor rights have not chosen Jamaica. We have a minister of finance who for more money take away himself because he never choose Jamaica. I want to thank you all for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like up the video, share it, and ensure that whenever we are on, you get a notification, because we're going to be doing a lot more of this, because time come for change. Time come to choose Jamaica. May the good Lord bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, bless up my people. One love.